Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how you can start your own virtual currency like Bitcoin. So I'm using Qt Creator 2.8 with Qt 4.8.5 core libraries, and it's not going to be too complex, but I will show you the basic concepts of how you would do that. Alright, so here is the IDE for Qt Creator. You want to start a new file project. This won't be command based because it's the way I see things is it's just not user friendly. You want to see something visual, it's not just a black screen with white text, because that's not intuitive. So use projects, applications, Qt GUI application, choose you could choose any I'll just call this Bitcoin whatever, right? Bitcoin X or something that sounds cool to any juvenile. Alright, Bitcoin X. I'm not using 4.81, so I'm using 4.85 kit. Alright, so once you create the basic template, you want to create a class first, right? Because this is just the GUI. All this crap is just the GUI. So go up here to your projects, add new C++, C++ class, choose, and then just call it whatever you want to call your virtual currency. So let's call it something hip and rad like Bitcoin X. Next, finish. Alright, so here's your header file. Reference to your header file. This is just the class, but you want to go over here to your projects, open your header file, and start defining your structure. Alright, structure. Let's create the Genesis block first. Bitcoin Genesis block. Alright, so at this stage of your planning, you could pretty much come up with anything. So I'm just going to show you what I would do to make my virtual currency more unique. Alright, so first things first, try to make it unique. I'm going to use Q integer 32-bit integer for the ID, because you can create multiple blocks, but the Genesis block is just one block. But this is just to show you how you would organize or lay things out. So you just need something unique so that you could identify each block. Alright, and let me introduce a new abstract concept to you guys. So now I'm going to define x, y, width, and height coordinates for that extra level of abstraction, in case you want to draw the entire chain out, later or whatever. Otherwise, it can serve as your array, your bit array. So let's say you have a 32 by 32 array, then it can be defined with these 4 variables. And people might wonder why I don't just put in an array. Well, because then you would be storing the values in this structure instead of allowing more room for interpretation. You know, because with just these 4 variables, then you can do more things with it. Like you can make it into a bitmap, or you can make it into just a reference to a bigger thing. It allows more scalability and abstraction. All right, and I'm gonna just add another random variable called seed, which is going to be used for a random number for whatever. All right, so this structure has been defined as part of the Bitcoin X class, so that you know it's unique to this class. All right, so then you come here to your GUI main window. It doesn't have to be public, because I mean you're just going to be running this application on its own. You don't really need other applications to run with it. So, oh, don't forget to add a reference to your custom class. Include Bitcoin X. So then down here you do Bitcoin X, just call it Bitcoin or whatever. Alright, so well, yeah, that's pretty much useless. You won't be I won't be demonstrating anything with this object, but well, it doesn't matter, just watch. Alright, so now you come here to your GUI, and let me show you how to mint your first coins. Okay, so you go Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I gotta make a reference first. Can't do anything unless you. Alright, so Bitcoin. Hold on. Bitcoin X Genesis block, new block ID, start at 0. And does it make sense to start at -1, because you know that's an extra bit at the atomic level. So, and Qt doesn't recommend using that anyway. So if anything is null or is meant to be the beginning, then just use 0. Alright, new block. Let's define the seed. It's equal to 1 gazillion, trillion, whatever, right? It's a random number. I could have wrote a randomizing algorithm or used their Qt's random iterator, but whatever, you know. It's just to show you how it's done. Alright, x equals 0, new block, y is equal to 0, because you're trying to think about it in an abstract level, like it's a bitmap, or relative to Qt, it's called a pix map. Alright, 32. And why do you use 32? Because it's a nice round, nice number that's divisible by 8, and traditionally that's the size of sprites in video games and graphics. So if you define 32 by 32 array of bits, then you know, depending on what the bit depth is of your abstraction, then you can provide more customization. So like if you use 1 bit array, then you only have zeros and ones per pixel. But if you use 8-bit, then you can have 24-bit pixel data. So you can change it to whatever you want. This is just to demonstrate what you can do to create your own custom currency. You could, as long as it's flexible and customizable, not just for you but for other people. Okay, so now you take a look at what I define here. Okay, new block, that's a throwaway thing because you're going to be adding that to a global variable later, but this is just to show you how you would do it. So ID is 0, seed could be any number, but I just came up with a random number, and then these coordinates just add additional properties to it. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do you mine your first coins? It's something like this. Okay, watch. Your main loop for mining coins. So I like for loops. Less than let's just say all right, maximum coin. Okay, I didn't define this yet, so watch what I do here. Maximum coins, let's see, 21 million, right? That's a made up number. And then I take new block seed and I divide it by 2, and then let's see, if new block seed is equal to, and then this is an example of rule setting that you can do. So you don't have to divide the seed by 2, you can divide it by 3, 4, whatever, but since you're creating your currency, you can define it however you want. So let's say if the seed, let's see, let's do if the seed contains let's say a 0, then equals true, and then you mint your first coin. So mint a new coin, and so you need, this is probably a bad example, but let me see if I can explain it for anyone that's interested. So here's the global blocks. See, if I had planned this in advance, this would actually be declared outside of this scope and actually inside of the Bitcoin class, so that it's not local to this GUI. But you know, this just to demonstrate what you would do. So okay, here, so if the seed contains a 0 and I say equals true, just so that it's strongly typed, because this already would it be implicit that is true without having to put that on there. But anyway, you mint the new coin. So mint a new coin. I just copy and paste it. That's bad practice, but hey, it's just to show you how it's done. So this new coin ID will equal to what? It would equal to I plus 1, because it cannot equal to 0, right? This is the Genesis block. I plus 1 is always going to be more than 0, because I started 0, I plus 1. And then the seed will equal to, let's say this. Let's say this divided by 2. X is equal to I times 32. Y is equal to 0. Width is equal to 32, right? So that way it I times 32, if you can imagine in an abstract way, each block is going to be side by side, like tiling, like how sprites are tiled in a map in a video game. So it's all going to be tiled left to right. I mean, I could even add in a condition where if x plus width goes over a certain x coordinate, then you increment the y coordinate so that it's all lined up like a grid. But anyway, this shows you how it's done. So you coin a new block, and then you add that block to your array, and then you increment the seed just to add. See, because, well, let me show it. Let me change this so you can get it, so that there's no confusion here, because scope is scope. Alright, so within the scope of this for loop, this is new block 2, so this is within the scope of only this loop, so you add that to your global block array. The seed is using the seed from the Genesis block seed, which within this scope is on the higher level. So you want to change the seed for the Genesis block after you create a new block, so that it adds some variation and convolution to your seed, thus making it harder to coin new blocks, or to mint new blocks, new coins. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. So you run this, you won't see any output, and I'm not gonna write up the function to paint it, but pretty much that's how you would do it. So you run the for loop, and you do a bunch of checks, and you keep adding on to the chain, the blockchain, and that's pretty much it. So now, to answer a question for all the greedy people out there who want to know how you make your own money, well, you have to go back to the beginning. You have to go back to Genesis, right here, new block seed. So whoever writes the program can coin whatever they want. I could do 0, I could do 100, I could start out in the negative, -1 million, whatever, right? It could be anything. I could even do well, I can't put a string in where the integer is, but whatever number, whatever, right? So that's how you would do it. So hopefully that gives some inquisitive people an idea of how it's done. And the value is not just in the number. You know, the reason Bitcoin succeeds is because there's a whole team, a whole network, a whole culture, whole society that supports it and backs it up. And without real people, you know, this is pretty much useless. This is moot. It's fake money. You know, it doesn't matter if there's no trust and there's no backing. You know, so yeah, that's how you coin your own money and become a money or fake rich. Hope that helps. Hope that's entertaining. Hope that's informational. All right, thanks for watching this video.